Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Uh, Today's sketchbook session, or sketchbook doodles video, I am going to be sketching with ballpoint pen today. As you guys seen in the thumbnail, I have these sketches pre-sketched. I don't know if you guys can tell that I'm a little peeved. I am doing this voiceover for the second time. The other one just didn't record. And I talked nonstop for 16 minutes, so that's great. But yeah, we're using these ballpoint pens. So long story short, I was cleaning my room and I found an old pencil case that I had from my university days, and it had these Papermate Inkjoy pens. And I haven't used these since like my art history lectures. I believe like I used to draw, or not draw, I used to write my notes by hand. I usually do anyways because I never want to lug around my laptop because it was old and it was heavy. So I always wrote my notes by hand, but I always used the gel pen, like some kind of gel pen. And I believe my gel pens just happened to run out. So I ran to the university stationery store and I just grabbed a pack of ballpoint pens and bought it and then quickly ran back to my lecture. So yeah, I think that's where I got these and I really like them. The ink dispenses a little bit differently from pens that I usually like. But it's very fun to use and very comfortable for me to use. So I actually did some testing with all the pens to check whether or not the ink was still flowing since it has been a couple of years of not really using these. So I decided that I would test out different color combinations. Now, a lot of you guys are probably thinking, why the heck am I using green and orange for my doodles? Also, I'm drawing Masaki, by the way. Masaki is my OC. My brain's like scattered right now. I can't believe I've done a voiceover for 16 minutes and it wasn't recording. But yeah, I'm drawing my OC Masaki. Please excuse the really kind of botched up looking doodles for the most part. I know I botched up one and the anatomy on this one's a little weird looking, so apologies about that. But I decided to do the sketches off screen so that I could just sketch at my leisure, and then I could do the pens hatching and stuff, sketching portion on camera for you guys, because I wanted to show you guys the different color combinations and the one that I landed on for today, which is obviously green and orange. So I've done a little bit of sketching of like the kind of like pinkish light purple, the purple and the black together. I've also done the orange, red and black together as well. Or no, orange, red and purple together. And all those color combinations, I feel like there's a proper progression of the hues because it kind of just like follows the color wheel a little bit closely, so it doesn't look too out of place. But for orange and green, there is a little bit of skipping because there's not that yellow, and the green I'm using today is a little bit closer to the blue side. It's a little bit more cooler rather than warm. But in the past, when I've done like pencil crayon doodling, or colored pencils for you Americans, I've used several variations of either kind of like pinkish tones, orange tones. It's like a pink, orange, and even like brown tones, peach tones, anything like that, alongside with either teal, light blue, or green. And I've even used green and orange together before, and I always liked it. I always think it suits Masaki's like color palette in general. Whenever I sketch him, it just looks very much like him because his color scheme is very much just teal and brown. So the orange kind of acts as the brown and the green kind of acts a little bit more like the teal color. So it kind of works out for myself and for Masaki because it kind of just feels like it's a little bit more tailored towards his character. So another thing that I was trying to test out prior to doing these Masaki doodles was that I was seeing how well the green and orange interact with one another when I layered them. You can see that it gets significantly darker. I tried my best to also leave some areas where I could have the green to stand out on its own, because I wanted to make sure that I sketched with orange first because it is the lighter color, and for the most part it's gonna be significantly everywhere, especially because I'm drawing Masaki and like home attire, if that makes sense. Because I don't know, I haven't sketched him in a while in general, but it's been a while since I've drawn him in his non-usual clothes, which tends to be any teal top, and then his brown apron. So yeah, a little bit background story-ish about Masaki. Masaki does wear contacts when he's out and about, but at home he wears kind of like rectangular glasses, and yeah, he wears chunkier sweaters or a t-shirt, any like loose fitting clothes at home usually. I usually depict him wearing any kind of like light gray clothing for the top and a pair of shorts whenever he's at home. I feel like he's the type to wear stuff that's just comfy and loose. I think that's about it. But yeah, so I noticed that I didn't add a lot of areas with like with the green, so I decided to make sure that some of the clothing folds were just green on its own, and then I tried my best to darken up any areas that I wanted by adding the green and the orange together. But I wanted to make sure there was kind of like an even amount of both, because if I only had it significantly orange, the green will only act as almost like just darkening up some areas, but I would like, you know, make it a little bit more even, if that makes sense. What else did I talk about? I think the timing for this video. So like I said, I found my pens and then I had an urge to kind of like test them out and see what I could do with them. And I think it's been a while since I've even sketched with ballpoint pen on paper. And I really like how ballpoint pen works in Clip Studio Paint. You guys already seen that other Clip Studio Paint session where I was just doing random VTuber sketching of the Niji-san GEN Lives members. And I use like the right Boru pen, I believe, which is the brush that I was using for sketching, and I love how it layers up. And I wanted to see if I liked how ballpoint pen works on paper again, because it's been a while. Oh, this doodle, this sketch, I guess it's not really a doodle, it's a sketch, is my favorite one. I think he just looks really soft and really cute. So yeah, the first one is just kind of Masaki at home, brushing his teeth, kind of rolling up his sleeves a little bit, wearing glasses, kind of prepping for bed. And then for this one, my kind of idea was that I kind of wanted to draw Masaki with his hair down a little bit more. I can't imagine having your hair parted like that and it has that much volume near the forehead. So I kind of reduced it a little bit, thinking that, you know, if he had more of like freshly washed hair, it would be a little bit more droopy, things would be closer and down like across his face a little bit more because of the weight of the wet hair. So yeah, that's kind of like the main thing that I wanted to do. I decided to make him look like he's kind of like resting or a little bit sleepy and tired because he's waiting for his hair to dry. But yeah, like I usually do, I decided to use the orange pen first because it is lighter in value, so I can be a little bit less precious about where I'm laying my lines down. And then I was using the green to kind of pull out different areas. I was very scared of adding the green to this one actually, because I was scared to mess this one up. Like I said, this one's my favorite doodle out of all of them on this page or on the spread in general. So yeah, I didn't really want to screw it up. But the more I added some areas, and I kind of needed a little bit boost of confidence, so I decided to shade in the pillow to make sure that I wasn't making the lines too dark or too significantly green. But I think me adding more and more value and kind of a little bit more of a darker green to it kind of really helps, because it made me at least like a little bit less intimidated by the amount of green that I was planning to use. So it kind of works out. I just think Masaki looks really cute here. So yeah, just sleepy Masaki waiting for his hair to dry. And then we have 3 more after this one. Oh my god. Go away. There's like a bug in my room. Holy, it's flying. I will deal with that after I do this voiceover. But yeah, now I'm flustered. So I have 3 more doodles. Man, I'm gonna shield myself. This is nightmare fuel for me. The fly is absolutely humongous. I'm not usually afraid of flies, but anything flying and bug related just startles me and scares me. And visually, I don't like looking at them. I know like flies are harmless and I really wanted to smack the crap out of it and like shoo it away. But okay. For doodle, as I try to calm myself down. I can feel like my heart racing right now. Holy crap. Why is it in my room? Okay. Yeah, third doodle of Masaki, I decided to do more home attire and kind of like show what he looks like when he's studying. Now, I've done a doodle like this before, I think, in the past, where I showed what he looks like when he's studying. So, with the help of Sato, he got advice and decided to pin his hair back when he's studying, because I can't imagine having bangs like right in front of your face anymore. Like his bangs are fairly long. They like go past the bridge of his nose pretty much, like when it hangs down, or not between the bridge of his nose. Like, oh my god, I see the fly. Why is it so chunky? Oh no. I hate seeing bugs up close. Okay. But yeah, I can imagine like having bangs that go like past your eyes, if that makes sense. I know some people have like wispier bangs so that it kind of like falls nicely kind of like across your face and stuff, and it looks really pretty. But I can't imagine having that hair all the time. Like for myself, I know I prefer to keep my hair out of my face if possible. Please calm yourself. Please stop flying. You're scaring me. Please have mercy. I should cut this out, please. Okay. I'm just gonna shield my eyes. But yeah, studying, I think he would wear, obviously, his glasses, pin his hair out of the way, out of his face, and then have a hoodie. Why? Why are you so close? I should turn off all my lamps. There should be no light source. I'm gonna be right back, actually. Okay, this is like a few minutes later. I'm not gonna perish anymore because, yeah, my mom actually caught the fly and I can live in peace now. So thank you to my mom. So like I said, I'm usually not afraid of flies and stuff. Like, I know they're harmless, but for some reason, that was some chonky boy. And no matter how much it flew and buzzed, I don't know why I was so afraid of it. It was really stupid because my brother convinced me, but there was a fly in the house that was, or not, okay, so we both saw a fly in the house, but my brother convinced me that it was outside because it was just crawling on the window, and I keep telling him that it was inside. But then suddenly it went all the way up and it like touched the edge of our window and we no longer could see it. So my brother was like, see, like it was outside. Like if we can no longer see it at this point, then if it crawls all the way up, like it means it went past the window, which means we, you know, it's not there anymore. So it has to be outside. No, clearly it was inside. And I guess it really didn't like me because it was literally in my room. And I have like, whenever I record these voiceovers, I always do them at night so I don't like disturb my parents and stuff. My mom was awake, my dad wasn't home yet, so yeah. Thank you to my mom for catching the fly so I can do the voiceover. Yeah, we're pretty much almost done though. So Masaki doodle on the left side of this one. I botched up the eyes. I have half the mind to want to cover it and then redraw it, but I know at this point I probably won't. But yeah, I hadn't, like, my sketch, I thought it looked okay, and then I went over it with the orange, and then I noticed that the eyes were not properly aligned anyways. And then when I went over it with the green, yeah, I kind of merged the place where I darken up hair with the rest of the eye, so now it looks really like one form, and it looks super weird. And now this sketch, is this Masaki in like cold weather or what is it called? Like autumn clothing? Okay, I'm like okay, I'm gonna try my best to get through this so we can finish this one off. I do apologize that this time's voiceover was a complete mess. I can't believe the first attempt was I did this in the wrong order, didn't I? I feel like I'm gonna close the sketchbook and I won't show you guys the details. Yeah, okay, I did this in the wrong order. Okay, how silly. I'll show you guys what it looks like. this is not me saying bye. So yeah, let's like take a closer look at the little hatching and stuff. See, sometimes I do cross hatching. For the most part, I do normal hatching in kind of just one direction, just to fill up like value or just put down color or anything really quickly. Some other areas you can see that I kind of just scribbled in color willy-nilly here. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's color combination and the little sketches of Masaki that I did today. I had a lot of fun drawing him, and I kind of miss drawing Masaki, so hopefully moving forward I will draw or paint him more. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'll talk to you guys next time in the next video. Bye!